Hello, welcome. Sion Batson here from Sion Batson Tutoring, and in this video we will be rounding whole numbers. A very fun yet important concept for all of my third graders, my fourth graders, and my fifth graders. So let's go. Now you can find this exercise in my third grade math workbook. You can master third grade math, next generation learning standards. You can find this exercise in my fourth grade math book. You can master fourth grade math, next generation learning standards. And this exercise is in my fifth grade math book as well. You can master fifth grade math, next generation learning standards. Now, if you aren't familiar with my series of math workbooks, let me tell you a little bit about them. Now, each book is filled with very simple and easy to follow notes and explanations, step-by-step examples, guided examples, and tons of practice problems, including the answers. You can find my books on Amazon or on my website, www.sbatsonacademy.com. Now, to the exercise. I am going to teach you 4 very simple steps that will help you master the concept of rounding whole numbers. Step 1, we are going to underline the digit in the place we are rounding to. And then we're going to put a fence behind that digit. Step 2, we're going to circle the next digit to the right. We'll call that digit our helper. Now, very important. If our helper is 5 and more, we will add 1 to the digit in the place we are rounding. If the helper is 4 and less, the digit in the place we are rounding stays the same. Now, we normally say for the helper, 5 and above, show some love. 4 and below, let it go. Okay, I'm not going to sing. Step 3, if there are any digits in front of the place we rounded, we'll put them back. And lastly, step 4, we will change each digit behind the fence to a 0. It's a very simple process. Once you practice and you get a hang of it, you will become a master. Let's go. Step 1. We want to round 376 to the nearest 100. So, let's put 376 right here. The first step will be to underline the digit in the place we are rounding to. Now, since we are rounding to the nearest 100, we are going to underline the digit in the hundreds place. Now, we have hundreds here, tens here, ones here. The 3 is in the hundreds place. So we will underline the 3. After I underline my 3, look what I do. I put a fence right behind that hundreds place. And you will see how helpful that fence is. Now, after we finish underlining and putting our fence, step 2, we will circle the next digit to the right, which is the 7. That 7 is called our helper. Why do you think it's called the helper? Very good. It will help us round. Now, the rules for the helper are, if the helper is 5 and more, we will add 1 to the digit in the place we are rounding. If the helper is 4 or less, the digit in the place we are rounding stays the same. 5 and above, show some love. 4 and below, let it go. Now, in this example, our helper is 5 and above. So we will show some love. And when we show some love, we add 1. And note, I add 1 to my hundreds place, plus 1. I add 1 to the hundreds place. Why? Because we are rounding to the nearest 100. 3 plus 1 gives us 4. Now, step 3 says if there are any numbers or any digits in front of the place we are rounding, we would normally put them back. But there are no digits in front of the hundreds place. So we go straight to step 4. Step 4, we will change each digit behind the fence to a 0. So the 7 becomes a 0 and 6 becomes a 0. So our answer is 400. So 376 rounded to the nearest hundred is 400. Very simple, very fun, very exciting. Get a concept? Yes. Now, do you see how important and how helpful that fence is? Always use that fence, yes? Let's get a next example up here and keep the fun going. I hope you guys are having fun. I hope you guys are having fun here with me. Thank you for tuning in, watching my video. Let's round, let's say 580, let's say 6 to the nearest 10. Now, quickly, if you are new to my YouTube channel, please click the subscribe button and turn your notifications on so that you can be notified every time I post a fun and easy to follow math tutorial. Thank you. Now, let's continue. We want to round 586 to the nearest 10. So step 1, since we are rounding to the nearest 10, we are going to underline the digit in the, say it, let me hear you. Very good, the tens place. So what number is in the tens place? Here we have, that's the hundreds place, that's the tens place, that's the ones place. So in the tens place we have 8, yes? So we underline the 8. Once we underline, don't forget, put your fence. Very important. Now step 2, we go to the next digit on the right, our helper. We're going to circle our helper. And what are the rules for the helper? 5 and above, show some love. Love is good. Love is good. If the helper is 4 and below, sing with me. Let it go, let it. No, there is no subtraction involved here. Very important. You're going to either add 1 to the place we are rounding, or the digit in the place we are rounding stays the same. No subtraction. Don't forget. So the helper is 5 and above. So we will show some love. When we show some love, we add 1 to the digit in the place we are rounding. So we add 1 to the 8. If you want, you can put the 1 there if you want to. Right? 8 plus 1 gives me 9. Very good. Then I'm going to first put back the 5 that's in front of the tens place. And lastly, the digit behind the fence becomes a 0. So 586 rounded to the nearest 10 is 590. Very good. You guys got it, right? I'm going to do one more with you, and then it will be your chance to shine. You know, I always give you guys a chance to shine. Let's say 1,645. Let me write my 5 better. 45. Rounded to the nearest 100. I know you guys are eager to work one on your own because you want to show your mom or your dad or your babysitter, your uncle, your aunt, your grandparent that you got the concept. But let's do one more together, and I promise you I will give you one to try on your own. Let's go. So we are going to the nearest 100. So step 1 will be to underline the digit in the hundreds place. In the hundreds place, what digit is in the hundreds place? Take your time, don't rush. We have the thousands place here, hundreds place, let's put TH for thousands. Thousands place, hundreds place, tens place, ones place. Yes? What's in the hundreds place? Very good, we have a 6. So we're going to underline that 6. Now once we underline, put up your fence. Hey, put up your fence. All right. I'm in a good mood. It's math. I love math. I love teaching math. I love writing about math. So I'm excited. I'm in my happy place right now. Okay. Step 2, we will circle our helper, which is the next digit to the right, which is the 4. 5 and above. I can't hear you. Come on. 5 and above. Ha! Show some love. 4 and below. let it go, let it. All right. So since the helper is 4 and below, we're going to let it go. Or, in other words, the digit in the hundreds place stays the same. So the 6 stays the same. There's no subtraction involved. You're going to either add 1, 5 and above, you add 1, 4 and below, let it go. No subtraction. Now, step 3, we're going to put back the digit in front of the hundreds place. Put back the 1. And lastly, each digit behind the fence become a 0. 0. So our answer is 1600. So 1645 rounded to the nearest hundred is 1600. Very good. Listen, I know by now you guys got the concept. You guys have mastered the concept and you are ready to prove to me and your dad or your uncle or your auntie or your mom that, hey, you got this. So now it's your turn to shine. Right? Yeah, it's your turn to shine. Boom. Round 863 to the nearest 10. Pause the video. Give it a try. Go step by step. Give it a try, and then you will come back to see if we get the same answer. Don't try to sneak. Pause the video and come back. All right, welcome back. Now, I'm excited because I know that we all got the same answer. I know that everyone who is watching this video and working along with me got the correct answer. So, let's go. We are going to the nearest 10. We are rounding to the nearest 10. So we're going to first underline the digit in the tens place. We have hundreds here, tens here, ones here. The 6 is in the tens place. So we underline the 6, and then we put a fence behind the 6. Step 2, we'll go to the next place on the right, which is the 10, which is the ones place, sorry. Circle our helper. What are the rules for the helper? 5 and above. Very good. Show some love. 4 and below. Let it go. Very good. Our helper is 4 and below. Because 3 is small, is right, less than 4. So it's 4 and below. So since the helper is 4 and below, the 6 in the tens place stays the same. 6 stays the same, right? What happens next? We go to step 3, which we will put back the digit in the hundreds place, the 8. And lastly, what happens? We change the digit behind the fence to a 0. So 863 rounded to the nearest 10 is 860. How is that? Get the idea? You want to do one more? One more? All right. Let's do one more because I know you guys want to prove to all of us, to all the adults here, that I got this, Mr. Sion. I got this, Mom. I got this, Dad. All right. Let's go to the nearest 100 here. Pause the video. Give it a try. And I believe in you. I believe in you. I know you will get the correct answer. Yes? Pause the video, give it a try, and come back. Now, welcome back. Let's go. So we want to round 1,000. Put a comma here. 1,473 to the nearest 100. Step 1 will be to underline the digit in the hundredth place. And what digit is in the hundredth place? The 4. So we'll underline the 4. And once we underline, put your fence. Don't forget the fence. Put the fence. Then we go to the next digit on the right, which is the 7. And this 7 is called the helper. Very good. And what are the rules for the helper? 5 and above, show some love. 4 and below, let it go. So the helper is 5 and above, because 7 is bigger than 5, right? 5 and above. So since the helper is 5 and above, we'll show some love. We'll add 1 to the digit in the hundreds place, because we're rounding to the nearest 100. 4 plus 1 gives us, let's put a line here, 5. Yes? Step 3, we'll put back the the one that's in the thousands place, always put back the digits that are in front of the place we are rounding. They do not change. Now, step 4, what happens in step 4? Each digit behind the fence become a 0. Very good. So the 7 becomes a 0 and the 3 becomes a 0. So 1473 rounded to the nearest hundred is 1500. How was that? Fun stuff. Exciting stuff. I'm so happy that I was able to help you guys master this concept. Now, I promise you, if you practice a couple of problems, over time, you will become a master at rounding whole numbers. So now you're going to be able to do your homework, your classwork, your tests. Yes, you will become a master. Now, until next time, enjoy your math homework. Thank you.